Life Tapestry Creations Creation Practice. Dear Owns, your current creation approach is to deny that you have new skills. You are doing so by ignoring the little gifts that are now occurring for you. Perhaps someone unexpectedly contacts you, you find the perfect parking spot, you discover a fantastic sale, or you make a new friend. It does not matter what treat appears, only that it is happening despite your best attempts to pretend it is not. You, of course, were expecting instant large rewards for your diligence in shifting beyond 3D. So you're ignoring the beginning of your new life, which is arriving in small bits and pieces, instead of instantly and majestically, as you once imagined. Acknowledge those little sparks of energy now floating into your life. In a sense, giving them oxygen to evolve and grow. Often, one person in a relationship will provide verbal or physical cues that they wish to be with someone. If the other person ignores or denies those cues, the person providing the cues most often disappears because they were indicators of what life could be like with that person, if those cues were allowed to expand. So it is now. You are creating little gifts for yourself as you test your creation skills. Not all of you are willing to acknowledge that this piece went wonderfully well, or that piece was surprising. Because you are focused on what is wrong in your world. Your creation skills have come alive, but until you acknowledge and accept them, you will believe that you have not transitioned, or that your world will never change. Your belief that the 3D world will never change is accurate. What is inaccurate is your acceptance of your new life. Those who do not shift beyond 3D in this lifetime will continue the antics you experienced for eons in 3D. You are what is new and changing. Allow that to be. And then acknowledge that you have initiated your change, beginning with simple creations that surprise you and most often make your life a bit easier. Look for the light instead of feeding the dark, and you will float through this time. Focus on 3D energies, and your creation skills will never develop at the pace you hoped for or expected. There is a tremendous amount of 3D energy bursting through those who remain completely enmeshed in 3D. Unlike some previous 3D lives, the 3D energies being expressed now are more dramatic than have been true for generations. 3D energies are being displayed as the worst of the worst. At the same time, you are evolving into a light, creation-based being, more attuned to the earth than ever before. This is not a battle between light and dark, that battle is over. The light prevails, which becomes more evident with every small creation you acknowledge. You are in practice mode. Fighting, noting, or joining the dark is not part of that practice. Those of the light, including you, are now in the majority. Allow yourself to acknowledge that whenever the dark seems to overwhelm you and your skills. In a sense, the dark is like a puffball rolling out of an unexpected place. The initial fear may be accurate, but the reality is much different from what that fear warrants. You are now a creator being of the highest magnitude. Allow yourself to acknowledge the pieces of light that are now becoming part of your daily routine. And know those 3D fear pieces are not large enough to change your life, much less create fears. You are no longer of 3D. And those of 3D are no longer able to control or return you to 3D. So be it. Amen. The 12D creators, what will humanity access next? We are here for you. We are the creators. We are a 12th dimensional collective of non-physical beings, and we are here to help. You have so much yet to be accessed within you, and yet so many of you are looking outside of yourselves for what you think you want, and think you need. If you spend just a little bit of your time throughout your day relaxing and rooting around inside yourselves, you will find that you have answers, you have gifts, you have so much more to express through yourself, and the world is waiting for what it is that you have to offer. You are readying yourselves in every moment of every day for what is to come next. You are coming to a time where you will absolutely know that you create your reality, and that you contain everything you need within you to do so. And we, and others like us, are just here to remind you of these truths. When we tell you to go within and seek for whatever it is you desire, what we mean is that what you desire is a state of being. You desire the sense of satisfaction and fulfillment that you think will come from accomplishing something, from winning something, or from getting a certain amount of money in your bank account. But those experiences are available to you right now, even before those things happen, and they are available to you whether or not those things ever do happen, and that is the great secret of this universe of ours. Everything that you could possibly experience from something happening outside of you is available to you right now inside of you, and you get there by focusing within and feeling for what it is that you have always sought. Now, it is also true that in doing so, you will then create and manifest that which you want to experience physically, and you will still be able to enjoy it. You will still be able to experience all of the excitement, all of the enthusiasm that you ever had for that experience. Nothing is ever taken from you by first acknowledging that everything already exists within you. In fact, you just make the process of manifestation that much easier on yourselves, and that too is something that you are moving towards all the time. You are moving towards a time when there will be instant manifestation, where you will never have to wait for anything at all to become physical in your experience, and you are certainly honing those abilities right now by making it necessary for yourselves to do this work before you will have something that you can hold in your hands in the physical realm. But beyond manifestation there is a satisfaction in knowing that you can bring yourself into a feeling state like no other that you have ever experienced before, simply by going within and tuning yourself to that vibration. Yes, you can use visualization, and you can visualize yourself having all the things and the experiences that you want to have, but you don't even need to go to those places in your mind's eye in order to access the vibration, the state of being that you seek. You can go right to that sensation in your body, by holding the desire within you to feel the way that you want to feel, and by acknowledging that you contain all energy and all vibration within yourselves right now. And when you can do that, you have the keys to the kingdom. The world truly is your oyster, and you will find yourself walking amongst your fellow humans as the master and the teacher, the example that you always intended to be in this beautiful lifetime of ascension. You have awakened, and this is one of the truths, that you have awakened. You have everything inside of you all the time, and it's just waiting for you to unpack it. We are the creators, and we love you very much. Message from Gaia, Earth Day. Our dear friends, we are the guardians of Gaia. We come with love. We come with a message of hope, abundance, and we simply wish for you to know that we speak on behalf of Gaia. Gaia's life purpose, as you know, Gaia is a sentient being. She too holds consciousness, hopes, desires, and many energies. She, like all of you, serves a purpose. And in this lifetime for her, it is her purpose to hold, support, and bring abundance to all that express themselves upon her. It is also part of her purpose to heal and to bring opportunities through which humanity, the many collectives and animals that are upon her, may learn, grow, and develop. Gaia, like many sentient planets, is a host. She is a host for experience. She is a form through which consciousness can, and shall expand. And this is exactly what is unfolding for humanity. With Gaia's help, with her support, and with the support of many, many beings, those in many different and higher dimensions, those whose consciousness is on a level where humanity is visiting and striving for. There are many who support humanity, and there is no shortage of messages and support for humanity. What Gaia wishes humanity to know is that her love for you all is unconditional. Gaia has reached a level in her consciousness where her love is always unconditional, where she is simply here to offer support and guidance, and she is also here as a platform through which humanity can heal, through which humanity can learn to connect with her. How Gaia supports humanity's spiritual growth on a deeper level. Gaia also provides an environment, an energetic field through which humanity can learn to connect with each other and with all others with greater depth, deeper meaning. And it is through this connectivity that humanity learns that they are two part of a greater and higher unity consciousness, the oneness, the all. It is a level of consciousness where every individual consciousness understands and realizes that they have always been, and always will be part of a higher consciousness, a consciousness that is always baked in the energy of love. and sometimes individual consciousnesses must migrate away from unity love, away from source consciousness, to experience an individual level of learning and lessons, some of which perhaps may feel devoid of love. But ultimately, the goal for each and all consciousness, for each and every soul, is to eventually migrate back to unity consciousness, to source love. Your journeys here on Earth, upon Gaia, are relatively short, but they are rich with learning opportunities and lessons. What Gaia wishes for you to know is that you are all invited to partake upon her energies, and the experiences that she offers, and no matter what has unfolded in your prior incarnations, you are always invited and welcome back. And it is her hope, and the hope of all guardians, higher forms of consciousness, who guide and encourage you, that when you return to Gaia, you are perhaps a little bit more advanced in consciousness in a way that allows you to more fully partake in richer experiences of love. For there is no shortage of love or opportunities upon Gaia. Love is everywhere you look. Love is apparent in the abundance of flowers, of vegetation, and can even be experienced through the energy of the trees. Love can be shared through the energy of animals, and it can always be found and experienced through interconnection with your fellow humans. Help to learn and expand through Gaia, even if and when you observe or believe there to be an absence of love. There is always a greater occurrence of love, for love and light shall always behold the highest opportunity. Love and light shall always envelop any absence perceived or real of love. So, you must all remember that Gaia is here for your expansion. She is here to remind you of the importance of connection, of appreciating all other forms of consciousness upon her. Remember, you are here on a journey of learning. To learn is the process of growth, and to remember that there are no mistakes. As long as you move through those mistakes with the recognition that there is always something to learn, and that there is always an opportunity to connect with love, you are ultimately in the process of migrating back to Source. To recognize that lessons are always an opportunity to reach into a higher consciousness through the energies of love is to take one step forth in this grand mission that each one of you is here to expand, and it is one of many, many existences that you are all here to experience. But Gaia is rich in lessons, and to indulge in, to acknowledge, to appreciate and to express gratitude for Gaia, for all upon her, and for the rich lessons that she imparts to all of you, directly and indirectly, is to open your heart and your consciousness to higher love. Remember, it is all around you. At times, it can be seen, but it most certainly can always be felt, experienced, and embraced. And we, the guardians of Gaia, come with messages of love. It has been an honor connecting with all of you. One who serves and Shoshanna, Rainbow Bridge. Om Mani Padme Hum, Mani Padme Hum, Mani Padme Hum. Master OWS. Greetings to you, one who servers here, Shoshanna is here, and we are ready to assist you with your questions, if you have them. Member. I have a question. Hello. Master OWS. Yes, we hear you. Member. I have a question, could you just explain what the Rainbow Bridge is? Master OWS. The Rainbow Bridge is something that would seem to be in your imagination, but it is as real as anything that you can imagine within your lives. In terms of a connection between you and your higher God self, and when you cross that bridge, and you have crossed the bridge before in other lifetimes, long ago, other civilizations, other systems, as you have been called the system busters, those that have come here to bust this system wide open. And that is what you are all doing. And in so doing, you are going to be crossing this bridge once again, and it is a moving through in your light body, that you shall do so. So that is why your light body has been introduced to you more and more within these experiences that we provide for you in your meditations, that you can learn and feel comfortable within your light body. So that when the time comes, you will be able to find yourself on that Rainbow Bridge and be able to cross it to the other side, you might say. Now it is not figuratively like this, although many have described this in their ascension process as walking the bridge, walking across the bridge. That is what we will say here. Shoshanna, do you have something you add? Master Shoshanna. Well, We would just ask if that was efficient. Member. Oh yeah, they're good, thank you. Master OWS. Very good, then, are there further questions here? Member. Hi, greetings, I have a question. Master OWS. Yes. Member. Sorry. Is there a difference between the soul and spirit? Master OWS. We will tell you that the spirit is you. The soul is the record of mind written in spirit. So you are that spirit being, you have always been the spirit being, and the soul itself is the record of who you have been in your eternity. So it is the continuing record of everything that you have done, everything that you have said, everything that you have thought throughout eternity. That is how we will answer this. Shoshanna, do you have anything to add here? Master Shoshanna. We do not. Master OWS. Very good, we hope this was efficient for you. Member. Yes, indeed that helped, thank you very much. Master OWS. Any further questions here? Member. Well, I hate to end the call so early, so I guess I'll ask a question. Is President Trump consciously aware that he has been called and he's divinely protected? Is he consciously aware of that? Master OWS. We will tell you that he is very much consciously aware of his mission. To understand the fullness of his mission though, he may not be quite there yet. But he does know that he has a great purpose just as the one he was at another time also had a great purpose to bring about the revolution within this country. In the revolution within this United States, and he is doing the same thing over again, bringing about the great changes that are needed, but not here only in this country, but also throughout the planet, throughout the world. All of the countries are coming together, or will be coming together, as a result of this one coming forth. Not that he is a savior, but he is one that has come to fulfill his mission here. Shoshanna. Master Shoshanna. We would like to add here, may we add dear sister? Member. Of course. Master Shoshanna. Dear sister, the human Trump is not aware of why he is so drawn to heroes of the past. Why Andrew Jackson is such a big deal for him and President McKinley and George Washington. He does not know why he is drawn to this, and he does not question it. He does not know the past lives that he has lived. He does not know these things. He is not fully aware and awake to these things. He is just a man, as one who serves as given on a mission, and he knows he is driven to fulfill his mission, but he never asks why do I fulfill this mission? He simply does it, so he is not aware of who he has been, and why he reveres so much. The idea of the Constitution, the idea of past presidents, he does not know this, but he still moves forward in great resolve to complete his mission. Nam asked. Member. Are you willing to share who he was in past lives, or is it not important for us to know that? Master Shoshanna. Well, we are not allowed to share that information, but we will tell you that all you need to do is look around at who you revered, and you will know. Nam asked. Master OWS. We will tell you that you have been given a hint here. Certainly, it is up to you to follow on that hint. Member. Okay, thank you. Master OWS. Are there other questions here before we release channel? Member. Yes, I have a question. Master OWS. Yes. Member. We have been seeing a lot of activity in the sky, not me personally, but almost like right on cue for the movie and sort of the revealing. However, there was I don't know what to call him, incidents of viewing or seeing. I was kind of in Vancouver last week, and different from ships. This looked like an individual beam, and it looked like two legs coming out the bottom, but basically one huge Merkava, and it was big. It was over a ship on the ocean right out and outside of Vancouver. A lot of other crazy stuff going on in Vancouver that evening. Many people saw quite the light show. My question is, was that a being? Because I've seen two instances recently where they don't really look like ships. They look like individual beams to me, because they look very much like what I would envision as a Merkava vehicle or a light body. And then question sort of part 2 is realizing that this world, is a shrunken version of what it used to be in prior civilizations, I guess would be the way to say that. When I'm refining my visualization, which I am trying to do, to be more accurate, should we be visualizing everything much larger than we have it here? Because we tend to reference kind of what I'm consciously aware of here. But the more that's coming out about our past, Tartaria, I believe we're a much shrunken version of everything because a shrunken version of what it used to be. So would it be helpful to visualize, when I visualize New Earth, a much larger version of everything, more expansive, but definitely larger? Master OWS. We would say here, first you use the term should, and then you said, would it be helpful? So we will answer that. Yes, it's always helpful to allow for the guidance that is coming within you. And the inner knowing that you already have, you see, your inner knowing is coming out more and more and more. These things that you are wondering about, the majority of the entire population of this planet would not even begin to have a quandary about this, would not even inquire about this. So we will say here to allow for the process to continue within you and do not doubt quite so much. Let it be what it is. If it is a being, yes. If it is a large, Merkaba vehicle, yes. If it is not, then it is not. You see, it matters not what it is, or it only matters the inner knowing that you have, and let it be whatever it is. And you will find that as you continue to move through this ascension process, you will come to a point where all of these types of questions will be moot. They will have no meaning whatsoever any longer, because you will already know the answer, you see? Shoshanna, do you have something? Member? Thank you. Master Shoshanna. Well, yes. What we find is this one is he is like a volcano. At the top, you see the top, but you don't know what is brewing beneath. That is the mind of this individual that is speaking to his brother, that is speaking. So we are listening. And we are somewhat confounded by the questions. What we do not understand the questions. We do not understand the point of the questions. What is your point, dear brother? What is it that you truly wish to know? Member? Well, like I said, I was just wondering if in my own visualizations, like I said, first of all, what I saw in the video, or whatever was that an individual being, because I haven't seen that as much, but I guess that isn't really relevant. And then just it dawned on me that I probably should be visualizing everything was larger, because I just think that again, we are sort of a physical shrunken version. So I'm starting to think the higher version is more expansive, larger. It was maybe even a silly question, but it was just to help my visualization. Master Shoshanna. That is true. That is true. What we find is that the planet, the time that you are in, the moment that you are in, with all of the most of what you call civilized humanity, only thinks of the body, only thinks of the avatar. Does not really expand its awareness beyond what the body needs, you see. And the body is just the experiential vehicle on the planet. And it is not too important, you see. It is just the experience. It is what you have laid down here on the planet to experience the dimension that you find yourself in, so that you can bring this information back to the source and back to your own soul. So we heard from one of your people on the call that you are not your body, you are not your thoughts, you are not your emotions. Well, you are, but that is not the ultimate, you see. And as far as visualizing bigger, there is truly a vastness beyond comprehension, you see. It does not matter if the planet is bigger, it does not matter if the beings are bigger. That does not matter because the level of understanding and consciousness is beyond the human or dimensional constructs. The human mind. The universes are vast, you see. So we are not surprised that a being showed up over Vancouver that appears to be in a Merkaba. We are not surprised by that. There is a bunch of them. There are thousands of these beings that roam through the galaxies. And this one just decided to give the Earthlings a treat and show up. But we must tell you that it is beyond comprehension. What is out there? It is beyond that. And yes, your Earth has shrunk, but not in size, in understanding. In comprehension of what really is, you see. that is what is shrunk to. So yes, you do not need to visualize bigger, you need to visualize comprehension, understanding. You see, expansion of your own understanding. Does this make sense to your brother? Member? It does. Thank you very much, I appreciate it. Master Shoshanna. Yes, Nam asked. Master OWS. Any further questions before we close the call? Member? Greetings. I have a question. Simple question, I just wanted to gain your perspective. Are we making a difference? Are we, as a group, making a difference, with our meditations? Or, are we just scratching the surface? Thank you. Master OWS. We will tell you that if you were not making a difference, we would not be here doing this with you. So you have to understand that this group has come together for a reason. You have a mission, and you have been fulfilling that mission each and every week. But if you were not important, then we would not be spending this time with you and assisting you, and guiding you, and training you. And indeed, we have been training you to be in a position, when the vibration frequency increases enough within each of you and within the collective consciousness, that you can then move into a position such as we are in, and be the ascended ones that assist those others that are needing the assistance, just like we are giving you here now. So you must understand that you are certainly doing great things, we will say here, in each of your meditations, each and every week, even though you may not realize just how fully the experience that you have, as a collective together in your group can bring about great changes to the world. It only takes one consciousness, one high-level consciousness, to make great change to the collective consciousness. JoAnna, do you have anything you add here? Master Shoshanna. We will add here, if we may, dear brother, may we add a perspective here? Member? Yes, thank you. Master Shoshanna. You've asked a big question, and we will tell you the parts that make a difference, and the parts that cannot make a difference. When a human being who is so powerful beyond measure, beyond understanding has doubts, then the doubt supersedes the impressions that human can make on the world. One who doubts, who walks and doubts, cannot make a difference, simply adds doubt to others, you see. The one that has intention of uplifting, has intention of spreading love, has intention of moving the world, that is the difference maker, the intention, the heart expanded to love and to understand and to comprehend and to give compassion. Those are the acts of making a difference. You cannot make a difference when you doubt yourself. When the words come that are we simply scratching the surface, that is the sentence of doubt, you see. You are never scratching the surface. If you do things with the love in your heart and the intention of uplifting those around you, you always make a difference. So do not doubt, dear brother, do not doubt. What you cannot do is you cannot save the world, you cannot make a difference on your own, it is a collective that makes the difference. It is joining others, it is joining a movement, it is moving forward as you are all one, that truly makes the difference, Nam asked. Master OWS. Very good, we must release channel here now. Shoshanna, do you have a parting message? Master Shoshanna. We do not. Master OWS. Very good, then we just say keep moving forward, and keeping your vibrational frequency as high as you can in every given moment, whenever you think about it. Think about it, raise your vibration, and find that the circumstances within your life continue to move more fully in the direction that you came here to bring it. Shanti, peace be with you, be the one. Source arrayofflight.com. The other videos are in the English video playlist. Help me spread the light, click like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.